The first thing is that obviously it's not conceptualization, but you see the idea of attempt at metalogic, right? Which is basically before, it's a name of title of an essay before he wrote the logical syntax of language. Metalogic, meaning moving from the game to play, from the established rules of language to playing with those, playing in the sense of introducing new rules that can account for the kind of rules that we are already using or inhabiting. That is not essentially conceptualization, but later we will talk about this, that it amounts, that it becomes a platform for a philosophical platform or theoretical platform for Carnap later's idea of explication. What is explication? Meaning that we have certain kinds of concepts by virtue of inhabiting a certain source of logical syntax of language, or language par excellence, ordinary language most probably, right? So we are talking about the world and our parts within it, using such concepts. So how are we going to ever change these concepts such that they cannot be understood as given elements of our ways of addressing our part and the world, ourselves within the world? Obviously, for you to do that, you need to develop a meta language, a different system within which the concepts that you have already admitted as entrenched concepts of talking about the furniture of the world can be renewed, re-engineered, according to a different logical syntax that is more precise, enriched, and ultimately it can include your current concept, but also lead to the creation of new concepts you couldn't ever have if you were only inhabiting the old linguistic realm or conceptualization realm. So that is essentially the point of metalogic, as we will talk about it, conceptual engineering. Not conceptual amelioration, but conceptual engineering. It's not that we are going to refine our existing concepts. Sometimes our concepts just end up, if you squeeze them too much with regard to the furniture of the world, they just get crushed, just like toys. The best way to test a toy is to play with it in the real world. Once it shatters upon the wall of reality, you need a new toy, a better toy. And the same thing can be said about the concepts. So it is not the point that we can always go with this idea of ameliorating, refining our existing concepts. Sometimes we have to engineer new concepts. But how can you engineer new concepts if you are already inhabiting within a structure of syntax of language, logical syntax, within which only certain sort of concepts can be made and not others? So this is the whole idea. So conceptual engineering comes hand in hand with the engineering of meta languages.